Hare Krishna, Raju Prabhu, Lifelong Prabhu, Vani Mataji, Lavanya, Dhanavatra, all glory to Srila Prabhupada and Gurudev. We will start.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnanatmirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Parishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Nidhaname. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarani. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare. Mukam Karoti Vachanam Pangam Gandhayate Kiringit Kripatamaham Vande Shri Gurum Dinatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Sri Chaitanya Ishwaram. Om Pavitra Pavitro Sarvas Upima Yasmare Tundari Kaksham Sabhashya Vyantaram Suchi Sri Vishnu Sri Vishnu Sri Vishnu. Please sing, anybody? Sing. Sing and remember and meditate. Meditate upon Sri Panchatattva.
Okay. Hare Krishna Dhanapram. Sri Adi Lila 2.3. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. All glories to Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Lord Sri Nityananda. All glories to Sri Advaita and all glories to the devotee of Lord Gauranga. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
And all glories to devotees like Raju Prabhu. Hare Bol.
Hare Krishna.
Idi ee slide everayandi. Hare Krishna. Recite.
Panchatattvaatmakam Krishnam Bhaktarupa Swarupakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktakyam Namami Bhakta Shaktikam. Let me offer my obeisances unto Lord Sri Krishna, who has manifested himself in 5 features. As a devotee, Bhaktarupa, expansion of a devotee, Swarupakam, Bhaktavataram, pure devotee. No, Bhaktavataram, incarnation of a devotee. Bhakta Aksham, pure devotee. Namami Bhakta Shaktikam, devotional service, Bhakta Shaktikam. The 5 features. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna himself, Swayam Bhagavan. Sri Nityananda Prabhu is Krishna's personal expansion as Bhagavan. Sri Advaita Acharya is the Mahavishnu and Sadasiva Harihara. Sri Srinivas Thakur is Krishna's pure devotee Narad Muni and symbolizes devotion bhakti. Sri Gadadhar Pandit is the Krishna's internal energy, Srimati Radharani, Srimati Lita Shakti, Ladini Shakti. Purport last lines. This confirms the Vedic Sutra, Rahasya Shakti, Vividhaiva Shruyate. All these bhakti subjects taken together constitute Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is Krishna himself. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Jai. Thank you, Prabhu. Chandravel Prabhu, recite this. Chandravel Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
ఈ శ్లోకం మీకోసమే వచ్చింది, చదవండి, రిసైట్ చేయండి.
Yes. ఒక్క నిమిషం. నమో మహావదన్యాయ కృష్ణ ప్రేమ ప్రదాయతే కృష్ణాయ కృష్ణ చైతన్య నామ్నే గౌరతుషే నమః. కింద కనపట్లేదు ప్రభుజీ. The most munificent incarnation, here Krishna himself appearing as Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. You have assumed the golden color of Srimati Radharani and you are widely distributing pure love of Krishna. We offer our respectful obeisances unto you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. Singing, who is gonna sing? Let me do. The Lord begins his tour of South India, almost like a mad lion. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went on his tour, filled with ecstatic love and performing Sankirtana, chanting Krishna's names as follows. This is before the verse of this song. CC Madhya 7.95. This is 7.96. Krishna, 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 Hey. Krishna, 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 Hey. Krishna, 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 Rakshama. Krishna, 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 Pahima. Rama, Raghava, Rama, Raghava, Rama, Raghava, Rakshama. Krishna, Keshava, Krishna, Keshava, Krishna, Keshava, Pahima. O Lord Krishna, please protect me and maintain me. O Lord Rama, descendant of King Raghu, one second. Please protect me. O Krishna, O Keshava, killer of the KC demons, please maintain me. So he is the only devotees. We all know. We all know spiritual topics, spiritual concepts. He is the protector and he is the maintainer for all of us. Through his material elements, in our body as situated as soul and super soul, we all come from him. So that's what it is. Rakshamam and Pahimam. Raksha Pahi. Rakshamam Pahimam. That is the Mona, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu during his South Indian different towns and villages traveling. Very good. Thank you so much. We'll continue from this verse 150. So this section, very important section. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's teachings to Sri Rupa Goswami. In especially this section 135 to 237, those number of verses, 237 until 237, various topics discussed. Say primary rasa, secondary rasas, two categories of rati, attachment to Krishna, 5 rasas, and instructions to expand the science of bhakti. Very important section. Let me ask names. Sandhya Mata, Hare Krishna, you want to do?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji.
Normal.
Muktanaamapi siddhanam narayana parayana sudurlabha prashantatma kotishvapi mahamuni. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation: O great sage, out of many millions of materially liberated people who are free from ignorance, and out of many millions of siddhas who have nearly attained perfection, there is hardly one pure devotee of Narayana. Only such a devotee is actually completely satisfied and peaceful. Purport: this verse is quoted from Srimad Bhagavatam 6.14.5. The Narayana Parayana. The devotee of Lord Narayana is the only blissful person. One who becomes a Narayana Parayana is already liberated from material bondage. He already possesses all the perfections of yoga. Unless one comes to the platform of Narayana Parayana and passes over the platform of Bhukti Mukti Siddhi, he cannot be fully satisfied. That is the pure devotional stage. Anyabhilashitashnyunyam jnana karmadhi anabhitam anukulyena krishnano shilanam bhaktiruttama. One who desires nothing but Krishna and who is not influenced by the process of jnana marga, cultivation of knowledge, actually becomes free from ignorance. A first class person is one who is not influenced by karma, fruitive activity, or yoga, mystic power. He simply depends on Krishna and is satisfied in his devotional service. According to Srimad Bhagavatam 6.17.28, Narayana Paraha, Sarvena Kutachana Bibhyati. Such a person is never afraid of anything. For him, heaven and hell are the same. Not knowing the situation of Narayana Parayana, rascals become envious. By the grace of Narayana, a devotee is situated in the most opulent position in the material world. Rascals are envious of Narayana and his devotee, but the devotee endeavors to please another devotee of Narayana because he knows that by pleasing Narayana's representative, one directly pleases Lord Narayana. Therefore, a devotee offers the best comforts and facility to his spiritual master. Outsiders who have no knowledge of Narayana are envious of both Narayana and his devotees. Consequently, when they see that Narayana's devotee is opulently situated, they become even more envious. But when the devotee of Narayana asks such foolish people to come live with him in the same comfortable situation, they do not agree because they cannot give up illicit sex, meat eating, intoxication, and gambling. Therefore, the materialist refuses the company of Narayana Parayana, although he is envious of devotees' material situation. In Western countries, when ordinary men, storekeepers, and workers see our devotees living and eating sumptuously and yet not working, they become very eager to know where they get the money. Such people become envious and ask, how is it possible to live so comfortably without working? How is it you have so many cars, bright faces, and nice clothes? Not knowing that Krishna looks after his devotees, such people become surprised and some become envious.
Okay. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you so much.
Very nice verse. Huh? Prabhupada, this one frequently quotes Narayana para sarve nakutaschana bibhyati. 6:17:28. Meaning, devotees solely engaged in the devotional service of Supreme Personality of God and Narayana never fear any condition of life. For them, the heavenly planets, liberation, and the hellish planets are all the same. For such devotees are interested only in the service of the Lord. That means they can be situated anywhere. Only benediction they want from the Supreme Lord is always remember Krishna never forgets whatever condition of life. Narayana parasarve nakutaschana bibhyati swargapavarga narakeshva api tulyartha darshinaha. Super verse, Prabhupada. This is the beauty of Srila Prabhupada, dear devotees. Connected things, huh? Connected things in his purports. Jagadguru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Let us continue next verse. Vani Mata, please continue, 151.
Yes, Prabhuji.
It's very important. So here only teachings to Rupa Goswami. This is frequently we quote Prabhupada also.
ब्रह्मांड भ्रमिते को ना भाग्यवान जीवा गुरु कृष्ण प्रसादे पाए भक्ति लता बीजा. Translation. According to their karma, all living entities are wandering throughout the entire universe. Some of them are being elevated to the upper planetary systems and some are going down into the lower planetary systems. Out of many millions of wandering living entities, one who is very fortunate gets an opportunity to associate with the bona fide spiritual master by the grace of Krishna. By the mercy of both Krishna and the spiritual master, such a person receives the seed of the creeper of devotional service. Purport. When we speak of Brahmanda, we refer to the whole universe or to the cluster of many millions of universes. In all the universes, there are innumerable planets and there are innumerable living entities. Upon these planets, in the air, on land, and in the water, there are millions and trillions of living entities everywhere, and they are engaged by Maya in suffering and enjoying the results of their fruitive activity, life after life. This is the position of the materially conditioned living entities. Out of many of these living entities, one who is actually fortunate, Bhagyavan, comes in contact with the bona fide spiritual master by Krishna's mercy. Krishna is situated in everyone's heart, and if one desires something, Krishna fulfills one's desire. If the living entity by chance or fortune comes in contact with the Krishna consciousness movement and wishes to associate with that movement, Krishna, who is situated in everyone's heart, gives him the chance to meet a bona fide spiritual master. This is called Guru Krishna Prasada. Krishna is prepared to bestow his mercy upon all living entities, and as soon as a living entity desires the Lord's mercy, the Lord immediately gives him an opportunity to meet a bona fide spiritual master. Such a fortunate person is fortified by both Krishna and the spiritual master. He is helped from within by Krishna and from without by the spiritual master. Both are prepared to help the sincere living being become free from material bondage. How can one become this fortunate can be seen in this life of Srila Narada Muni. In his previous life, he was born of a maid servant. Although he was not born into a prestigious position, his mother was fortunately engaged in rendering service to some Vaishnavas. When these Vaishnavas were resting during the Chaturmasya period, the boy Narada took the opportunity to engage in their service. Taking compassion upon the boy, the Vaishnavas offered him the remnants of their food. By serving these Vaishnavas and obeying their orders, the boy became the object of their sympathy, and by the Vaishnavas' unknown mercy, he gradually became a pure devotee. In the next life, he was Narada Muni, the most exalted of Vaishnavas and the most important Guru and Acharya of Vaishnavas. Following in the footsteps of Narada Muni, this Krishna consciousness movement is rendering service to humanity by giving everyone a chance to come in contact with Krishna. If one is fortunate, he becomes intimately related with this movement. Then, by the grace of Krishna, one's life becomes successful. Everyone has dormant Krishna bhakti, love for Krishna, and in the association of good devotees, that love is revealed, as stated in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya 22.107. Nitya Siddha Krishna Preme Sadhya Kabunaya Shravanadi Shuddha Chitte Karaya Udaya. Dormant devotional service to Krishna is within everyone. Simply by associating with devotees, hearing their good instructions, and chanting the Hare Krishna mantra, dormant love for Krishna is awakened. In this way, one acquires the seed of devotional service. Guru Krishna Prasade Paye Bhakti Lata Bija.
Jai. Thank you, Mataji. Very well. Next. Hare Krishna, Deepa Mata, you can continue. 152.
Yes, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dandat Pranam. Madhya kare se bijaropana Shravana kirtana jale karaye sajana. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. When a person receives the seed of devotional service, he should take care of it by becoming a gardener and sowing the seed in his heart. If he waters the seed gradually by the process of Shravana and Kirtana, hearing and chanting, the seed will begin to sprout. Purport. To live with devotees or to live in a temple means to associate with the Shravana Kirtana process. Sometimes neophyte devotees think that they can continue the Shravana Kirtana process without worshipping the deity. But the execution of such Shravana Kirtana is meant for highly developed devotees like Haridas Thakur, who engaged in the Shravana Kirtana process without worshipping the deity. However, one should not falsely imitate Haridas Thakur and abandon deity worship just to try to engage in Shravana Kirtana. This is not possible for neophyte devotees. The word Guru Prasad indicates that the spiritual master is very merciful in bestowing the boon of devotion service upon the disciple. That is the best possible gift the spiritual master has to offer. Those with a background of pious life are eligible to receive life's supreme benefit, and to bestow this benefit, the Supreme Personality of Godhead sends his representative to impart his mercy. Endowed with the mercy of Supreme Personality of Godhead, the spiritual master distributes the mercy to those who are elevated and pious. Thus, the spiritual master trains his disciples to render devotion service unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This is called Guru Kripa. It is Krishna Prasada, Krishna's mercy, that he sends a bona fide spiritual master to the deserving disciple. By the mercy of Krishna, one meets the bona fide spiritual master, and by the mercy of the spiritual master, the disciple is fully trained in the devotional service of the Lord. Bhaktilata Bija means the seed of devotional service. Everything has an original cause or seed. For any idea, program, plan, or device, there is first of all the contemplation of the plan, and that is called the Bija or seed. The methods, rules, and regulations by which one is perfectly trained in devotional service constitute the Bhaktilata Bija or seed of devotional service. This Bhaktilata Bija is received from the spiritual master by the grace of Krishna. Other seeds called Anyabhilasha Bija include Karma Bija and Jnana Bija. If one is not fortunate enough to receive the Bhaktilata Bija from the spiritual master, he instead cultivates such seeds as Karma Bija, Jnana Bija, or political, social, or philanthropic Bijas. However, the Bhaktilata Bija is different from these other Bijas. The Bhaktilata Bija can be received through the mercy of the spiritual master. Therefore, one has to satisfy the spiritual master to get the Bhakti Lata Bija. Yasya Prasadat Bhagavad Prasada. The Bhakti Lata Bija is the origin of devotional service. Unless one satisfies the spiritual master, he gets the bija or root cause of karma, jnana, and yoga without the benefit of devotional service. But one who is faithful to his spiritual master gets the Bhakti Lata Bija. This Bhakti Lata Bija is received when one is initiated by the bona fide spiritual master. After receiving the spiritual master's mercy, one must repeat his instructions, and this is called Shravana Kirtana, hearing and chanting. One who has not properly heard from the spiritual master or who does not follow the regulative principles is not fit for chanting Kirtana. This is explained in the Bhagavad Gita 2.41. Vyavasayatmika buddhir ekeha kuru nandana. One who has not listened carefully to the instructions of the spiritual master is unfit for chanting or for preaching the cult of devotion service. One has to water the Bhakti Lata Bija by receiving instructions from the spiritual master. Hare Krishna.
So how to water, Matari? One has to water an episode. How to water?
Sadhana, I think, Prabhuji.
Shravanam Kirtan, first line. Through Shravana Kirtan. That is watering the seed of the bhakti. If waters the seed, gradually the process of Shravana Kirtana, hearing and chanting, the seed will begin to sprout. Of course, sadhana means Shravanam Kirtan, right? That is the sadhana. Haribol. Thank you, Matari. Lavanya, please continue. 153.
Yeah, Hare Krishna. Text 153. Upajiya badelata brahmanda bediyaya viraja brahma loke bedi paravyoma paya. Translation and purport by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. As one waters the Bhaktilata beads, the seed sprouts and the creeper gradually grows to the point where it penetrates the walls of this universe and goes beyond the Viraja river, lying between the spiritual world and the material world. It attains Brahmaloka, the Brahman effulgence, and penetrating through that stratum, it reaches the spiritual sky and the spiritual planet Goloka Vrindavan. Purport. The creeper generally takes shelter of a big tree, but the Bhaktilata beach, being the creeper of the spiritual energy, cannot take shelter of any material planet, for there is no tree or any material planet that the Bhaktilata creeper can utilize for its shelter. In other words, devotional service cannot be utilized for any material purpose. Devotional service is meant only for the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Sometimes men with poor fund of knowledge maintain that bhakti can be applied to material things also. In other words, excuse me.
Yeah. Hare Krishna.
In other words, they say that devotional service can be rendered to one's country or to the demigods, but this is not a fact. Devotional service is especially meant for the Supreme Personality of Godhead and it's beyond this material range. There is a river or a causal ocean between the spiritual and material nature, and this river is free from the influence of three modes of material nature. Therefore, it is called Viraja. The prefix V means Vigata, completely eradicated, and Rajas means the influence of the material world. On this platform, a living entity is completely free from material entanglement. For the Jnanis who want to merge into the Brahman effulgence, there is Brahmaloka. The Bhaktilata, however, has no shelter in this material world, nor has its shelter in Brahmaloka. Although Brahmaloka is beyond the material world, the Bhaktilata grows until it reaches to the spiritual sky where Goloka Vrindavana is situated. Yeah, thank you. Hare Krishna.
Haribol. That means with the sound vibration, with the transcendental sound vibration, take us to come back to it. That's what it is. Paravyoma Paya. It attains Brahmaloka, the Brahma effulgence, and penetrating through that stratum, It reaches the spiritual sky and the spiritual planet Goloka Vrindavana. Gradually progress with the Shravanam Kirtanam, that Bhakti Rasa once grows up. Text 154. Now, Prabhuji, let me see name Mata is there. Raja Prabhu, want to read?
Yeah, I'll read, Prabhuji. I'll go and drop.
Okay. Please go ahead.
Tabeyaya tad upari Goloka Vrindavana Krishna Charana Kalpa Vrikshe Kare Arohana. Translation: being situated in one's heart and being watered by Shravana Kirtana, the Bhakti creeper grows more and more. In this way, it attains the shelter of the desired tree of the lotus feet of Krishna, who is eternally situated in the planet known as Goloka Vrindavana, in the topmost region of the spiritual sky. Purport: Sri Brahma Samhita, it is said, 5.37, it is said that Ananda Chinmaya Rasa Pratibhavitabi Tabirya eva Nijarupataya Kalabi Goloka eva Nivasatya Kalatma Bhuto Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord. He resides in his own realm, Goloka, with Radha, who reassembles his own spiritual figure and who embodies the ecstatic potency, Haladin. Their companions are her confidents who embody extensions of our bodily form and who are imbued and permeated with ever blissful spiritual rasa. In the spiritual world, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, has expanded himself in his spiritual potency. He has his eternal form of bliss and knowledge, Satchitananda Vigraha. Everything in the Goloka Vrindavan planet is a spiritual expansion of Satchitananda. Everyone there is of the same potency, Ananda Chinmaya Rasa. The relationship between the Supreme Personality of Godhead and his servitor of Chinmaya Rasa, Krishna and his entourage and paraphernalia are the same Chinmaya potency. In this way, the Supreme Personality of Godhead is expanded throughout the spiritual world. And when the Chinmaya Rasa potency expands through the material potency, it becomes all pervading. The idea is that although the Supreme Personality of Godhead exists in his own planet, Goloka Vrindavan, he is also present everywhere. Andantarastha Paramanu Chayantarastam Andantarastha Paramanu Chayantarastam. He is present within all the universe, although they are innumerable, and he is also present within the atom. Ishvara Sarva Bhutanam Hriday Deshe Arjuna Tishtati. He is also present within the heart of all living entity. This is all Parvasi potency. Can I continue, Prabhuji?
Finish. Go ahead.
Okay. Goloka Vrindavana is the highest planet in the spiritual world. In order to go to the spiritual world, after penetrating the covering of the material universe, one must penetrate Brahmaloka, the spiritual effulgence. Then one can come to the Goloka Vrindavana planet. There are also other planets in the spiritual world called Vaikuntha planets. And on these planets, Lord Narayana is worshipped with awe and veneration. On these planets, Shantarasa is prevalent, and some of the devotees are also connected with the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Dasyarasa, in the middle of servitorship. As far as the middle of fraternity is concerned, in Vaikuntha, this rasa is represented by Gaurava Sakya, friendship in awe and veneration. The other fraternity rasa exhibited as Vishramba, friendship in equality, is found in the Goloka Vrindavana planet. Above that is service to the Lord in Vachalya Rasa, parental love. And above all is the relationship with the Lord, Madhurya Rasa, conjugal love. The five rasas are fully exhibited in the spiritual world in one's relationship with the Lord. Therefore, in the spiritual world, the Bhakti creeper finds its resting place at the lotus feet of Krishna. Thank you.
Wonderful. Very good. Thank you, Prabhuji. Madhavi Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Danda Pranam.
Yeah, no, please continue.
Yeah. Tahan vistaritaha na fale prema phala ihan mali seche nitya stravanadi jada. Translation. The creeper greatly expands in the Goloka Vrindavana planet, and there it produces the fruit of love for Krishna. Although the remaining in the material world, the gardener regularly sprinkles the creeper with the water of hearing and chanting. Purport. In Goloka Vrindavana, the devotees have very intimate relationship with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The devotee engages in the Lord's service in great ecstatic love. Such love was exhibited personally by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in his teachings to the people of the material world. The fruit of the devotional creeper is a pure desire to serve and please the senses of Supreme Personality of Godhead. Krishna Indriya Preeti Icha Dare Prema Nama. Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi Madhya 4.165. In the spiritual world, one has no desire other than to please the senses of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The conditioned soul within the material world can neither understand nor appreciate how a pure devotee in the material world can render confidential service to the Lord out of feelings of ecstatic love and always engage in pleasing the Supreme Lord's senses. Although seen within this material world, the pure devotee always engages in the confidential service of the Lord. An ordinary neophyte devotee can't realize this. Therefore, it is said, Vaishnavera Kriya Mudra Vigneha na Bhujaya. The activities of a pure Vaishnava can't be understood even by a learned scholar in the material world. Every living entity is wandering within this universe in different species and on different planetary systems according to its fruitive activities. Out of many millions of living entities, one may be fortunate enough to receive the seed of the Bhakti Lata, the creeper of devotional service. By the grace of the spiritual master and Krishna, one nourishes the Bhakti Lata by regularly sprinkling it with the water of Stravana Kirtana, hearing and chanting. In this way, the seed of the Bhakti Lata sprouts and grows up and up through the whole universe until it penetrates the covering of the material universe and reaches the spiritual world. Should I continue, Prabhu?
No, finish, Madhavi.
Yeah. The Bhakti Lata continues to grow until it reaches the topmost planetary system, Goloka Vrindavana, where Krishna lives. There the creeper takes shelter at the lotus feet of the Lord, and that is his final destination. At the time that creeper begins to grow the fruits of ecstatic love of God, it is the duty of the devotee who nourishes the creeper to be very careful. It is said that the watering of the creeper must continue. Ihan Mali Seche Nitya Strava Nadi Jala. It is not that at a certain stage one can stop chanting and hearing and become a mature devotee. If one stops, one certainly falls down from devotional service. Although one may be very much exalted in devotional service, he shouldn't give up the watering process of Shravana Kirtana. If one gives up that process, it is due to an offense. It is described in the following verse. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare. That means constant devotional service through hearing and chanting. Even the person Uttamadhikari also. There are three things, right? Kanishtadhikari, Madhyamadhikari, Uttamadhikari. In every stage, every situation, whatever maturity, this has to continue. Suddenly, if stops means something happens, due to offenses, etc. So now let us continue. 156, Lalit Mohan Prabhu.
Hmm. Yes, Prabhuji. This is the very, very important verse, huh? Atimata.
Mhm.
Okay. Vaishnava Prad also. It is said now in Bhakti, it doesn't matter how many devotees you brought into Krishna consciousness, but it matters how many you have offended.
Mm. Yeah. Yesterday, I think Deepa Matanya shared in the group, main group, Aindra
Okay.
Prabhu. Very nice points actually.
अच्छा आइंदर प्रभु ना हाँ वो उनका ही है actually this one also.
Very nice. Yeah, he's pure devotee. Oh.
He quotes Prabhuji. He quotes this many times. It's not important how many you have brought into KC, but how many you have offended. That really matters.
Yeah.
यदि वैष्णवापराध ऊटे हाथी माता उपादेवाची चिंदे तारा सुखियाया पाता. Translation: If the devotee commits an offense at the feet of a Vaishnava while cultivating the creeper of devotional service in the material world, his offense is compared to a mad elephant that uproots the creeper and breaks it. In this way, the leaves of the creepers are dried up. Purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. One's devotional attitude increases in the association of a Vaishnava. Tandera charana sevi bhakti sanevasa janame janame haya yeyi abhilasha. By his personal example, Narottam Das Thakura stresses that a devotee must always remember to please his predecessor Acharya. The Goswamis are represented by one's spiritual master. One cannot be an Acharya, spiritual master, without following strictly in the disciplic succession of the Acharyas. One who is actually serious about advancing in devotional service should desire only to satisfy the previous Acharyas. One should always think of oneself as a servant of the Acharyas. And thinking this, one should live in the society of Vaishnavas. However, if one thinks that he has become very mature and can live separate from the association of Vaishnavas and thus give up all the regulative principles due to offending a Vaishnava, one's position becomes very dangerous. Offenses against the holy name are explained in Adi Lila, chapter 8, verse 24. Giving up the regulative principles and living according to one's whims is compared to a mad elephant, which by force uproots the Bhakti Lata and breaks it into pieces. In this way, the Bhakti Lata shrivels up. Such an offense is especially created when one disobeys the instructions of the spiritual master. This is called Guru Avagnya. The devotee must therefore be very careful not to commit offenses against the spiritual master by disobeying his instructions. As soon as one is deviated from the instructions of the spiritual master, the uprooting of the Bhakti Lata begins. And gradually all the leaves dry up. Thank you so much for me.
That's why one offense, right? Third one, to disobey the orders of the spiritual master. Very well. Thank you very much, Prabhu. Chandraval Prabhu, మీరు చదవండి. Text 157. The voice ఎందుకో క్లియర్ లేదు బాబు వాయిస్.
The cutter must defend the people by fencing it all around so that the powerful element of the offenses may not enter. But while the creeper is growing, the devotee must protect it by fencing it all around. The limited devotee must be protected by being surrounded by pure devotees. In this way, it will not give the married elephant a chance to uproot his creeper. When one associates with non-devotees, the married elephant is set loose. Recitations has said, Asat Sargata Tyaga. Tyaga, A Vaishnava Acharya. The first business of Vaishnava is to give up the company of non-devotees. A so-called mature devotee, however, commits a great offense by giving up the company of pure devotees. The beginning is social level, and if one gives up the society of pure devotees, he must associate with the non-devotees. By contrary to the non-devotees and engaging in non-devotional activities, a so-called mature devotee will fall victim to the mad elephant offense. Whatever growth has taken place is quickly uprooted by such an offense. One should therefore be very careful to defend the people by fencing it in. That is, by following the regulated principles and associating with pure devotees. Even if one
Prabhu, can I read, Prabhu?
Even if one thinks that there are many pure devotees or devotees in the Krishna conscious society. Still, one should stick to the society. If one thinks the society members are not pure devotees, one can keep direct company with the spiritual master, and if there is any doubt, one should consult the spiritual master. However, unless the followers the spiritual master's instructions concerning the regular principles and chanting and reading the holy name of the Lord, one cannot become a pure devotee. By one's mental concoctions, one falls down. By associating with the non-devotees, one breaks the regular principles and is their bella. The Upadesha to Srila
Chandramani
said,
Prabhu, your audio is not clear, Prabhu. Not at all clear. Just remove the headset or something, if you
you
have.
carry it, Prabhu. I think I'm having some.
I will do this.
When was that, Prabhu?
Why is Hare
Very good.
Prabhu? Hare Krishna.
చాలా feeble.
అదే ప్రభు. Anyway, I will complete this, Prabhu. From this one I will read. Even if one thinks that there are many pseudo devotees or non-devotees in the Krishna conscious society, still one should stick to the society. If one thinks the society's members are not pure devotees, one can keep direct company with the spiritual master. And if there is any doubt, one should consult the spiritual master. However, unless one follows the spiritual master's instructions concerning the regulative principles and chanting and hearing the holy name of the Lord, one cannot become a pure devotee. By one's mental concoctions, one falls down. By associating with non-devotees, one breaks the regulative principles and is thereby lost. In the Upadeshamrita second verse, nectar of instruction of Srila Rupa Goswami, it is said, Atyahara prayasascha rajalpo niyamagraha janasangasya chalaulyam cha shadbir bhaktir vinashyati. One's devotional service is spoiled when he becomes too entangled in the following 6 activities. These are non-favorable. Eating more than necessary or collecting more funds than required, over-endeavoring for mundane things that are very difficult to attain, talking unnecessarily about mundane subject matters, practicing the scriptural rules and regulations only for the sake of following them and not for the sake of spiritual advancement, or rejecting the rules and regulations of the scriptures and working independently or whimsically, associating with worldly minded persons who are not interested in Krishna consciousness, and being greedy for mundane achievements. Through the instructions, through the teachings of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, his realizations, Rupa Goswami's realizations, come in the form of nectar of instructions, not favorable devotional service. Six activities not favorable to the pure devotional service. Haribol. Let me see this verse. I will do this one and we can stop. We are going to do 5 verses today of the Bhakti Vaibhava devotees. So let us spend good time there by reciting. CC Madhya 19.158. Kintu yadela tara sange ute upashaka bhukti mukti vanchayata asankhya tara lekha. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Sometimes unwanted creepers, such as the creepers of desires for material enjoyment and liberation from the material world, grow along with the creeper of devotional service. The varieties of such unwanted creepers are unlimited. So we'll continue on Monday from 159 verse. Okay, thank you very much, devotees. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrtam ki jai. Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami ki jai. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki jai. So let me send for a quick remembrance next week in the group. Yeah, I'm sharing now. That's one. Lord Rishabhdeva teachings are so nice. In these 5 verses, everything is there. How to practice Krishna consciousness. So he's giving the how to practice Krishna consciousness. Okay. Lord Rishabh was teaching to his sons. ప్రభు ఈ 5 శ్లోకాలు ఒకసారి చేయండి ప్రభు. Then we will practice with Bhakti Vaibhav. 3 of us will do recitation with the translation, and the remaining devotees they will do slokas. Okay na? Hare Krishna.
Okay, Prabhu. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, Prabhu. I'm.
Yeah, chant Prabhu.
ప్రభు హరే కృష్ణ. మీకు ఏ ట్యూన్ లో ఇది ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేశాను రోజు నేను ఫస్ట్
ఇదేనా? నాయం దేహో దేహ భాజాం.
అదేనా?
ఇదేనా? కష్ట అదే ఏమో ప్రభు ఎన్నో ట్యూన్లు ఉన్నాయి మరి.
అది కాదు వేరే ట్యూన్ చేశాను రావు. వచ్చింది. ఓకే. ఋషభ ఉవాచ. మీరు ఆ ట్యూన్ చెప్పాక ఈ ట్యూన్ మర్చిపోయాను. యాక్చువల్లీ నాకు బాగా దీనికి అలవాటు అనమాట. ఇది ఏంటంటే మన భారతీయ పాశ్చాత్య సేవన సఖ్యత అందులో బాగా అలవాటు. ఈ మిగతా 2 కూడా ఇదేంటిది
ఇది మన యాంకర్స్ లో కదా.
అది ఇంకో దాంట్లో చెప్పాను రోజు మీకు.
ఈ శ్లోక ట్యూన్ ప్రభుజీ మీరు అడిగేది? నాయం దేహో దేహ భాజాం త్రిలోకే.
థ్యాంక్ యూ సో మచ్. నాయం దేహో దేహ భజాం నాయం దేహో దేహ భాజాం నృలోకే కష్టాన్ కామానర్హతే విద్భుజాం తపో దివ్యం పుత్రకాయేన సత్వం శోధ్యేవ్యస్మాద్ బ్రహ్మ సౌఖ్యం త్వనంతం. I'll do it once more, Prabhu. నాయం దేహో దేహ భాజాం నృలోకే కష్టాన్ కామానర్హతే విద్భుజాం తపో దివ్యం పుత్రకాయేన సత్వం శోధ్యేర్యస్మాద్ బ్రహ్మ సౌఖ్యం త్వనంతం. మహత్సేవాం ద్వారమాహుర్విముక్తే తమోద్వారం యోషితాం సంగి సంగం మహాంతస్తే సమచిత్తా ప్రశాంత విమన్యవ సుహృద సాధవో యే. పరాభవస్తావదబోధజాతో యావన్న జిజ్ఞాసత ఆత్మతత్వం యావత్ క్రియాస్తావదిదం మనో వై కర్మాత్మకం యేన శరీరబంధా. పుంసస్త్రియామీథుని భావమేతం తయోర్మితో హృదయ గ్రంథిమాహుః అతో గృహక్షేత్రసుతా పవిత్రైర్ జనస్య మోహోయమహం మమేతి. గురుర్న సస్యాత్ స్వజనో న సస్యాత్ పితా న సస్యాత్ జననీ న సా స్యాత్ దైవం న తస్యాన్న పతిశ్చ సస్యాన్ నమోచయేద్య సముపేత మృత్యుం. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Wonderful. Thank you very much, Prabhu. Okay, I will recite. Rishabha Uvacha. నాయం దేహో దేహ భాజాం నృలోకే కష్టాన్ కామానర్హతే విద్భుజాం యే తపో దివ్యం పుత్రకాయేన సత్వం Sudhyete yasmad brahma saukyam tvanantam. Lord Rishabhadeva told his sons, my dear boys, of all the living entities who have accepted material bodies in this world, one who has been awarded this human form should not work hard day and night simply for sense gratification, which is available even for dogs and hogs that eat stool. One should engage in penance and austerity to attain the divine position of devotional service. By such activity, one's heart is purified, and when one attains this position, he attains eternal blissful life, which is transcendental to material happiness and which continues forever. Brahma Saukyam Tvanantam. Anantam. Right. Second. महत्सेवां द्वारमाहुर्विमुक्तेस्तमोद्वारं योषितं सङ्गिसङ्गम् महान्तस्ते समचित्ता प्रशान्ता विमन्यवा सुहृदा साधवोये. One can attain the path of liberation from material bondage only by rendering service to the highly advanced spiritual personalities. These personalities are impulsionists and devotees. Whether one wants to merge into the Lord's existence or wants to associate with the personality of God, one should render service to the Mahatmas. For those who are not interested in such activities, who associate with people fond of women and sex, the path to hell is wide open. The Mahatmas are equipoised. They do not see any difference between one living entity and another. They are very peaceful and are fully engaged in devotional service. They are devoid of anger and they work for the benefit of everyone. They do not behave in any abominable way. Such people are known as Mahatmas, great soul. Okay. पराभवस्तावदभोदजातु यावन्न जिज्ञासतात्मतत्त्वं यावत् क्रियास्तावदिदं मनो वै कर्मात्मकं येन शरीरबन्धः. As long as one does not inquire about the spiritual values of life, one is defeated and subjected to miseries arising from ignorance, be it sinful or pious. Karma has its resultant actions. If a person is engaged in any kind of karma, his mind is called karmatmaka, colored with fruitive activity. As long as the mind is impure, consciousness is unclear. And as long as one is absorbed in fruitive activity, he has to accept a material body. पुंसा स्त्रिया मिथुनी भावमेतं तयोर्मितो हृदयग्रन्थिम् आहु अतो गृहक्षेत्रसुताप्तवित्तैर्जनस्य मोहोऽयमहं ममेति. The attraction between male and female is the basic principle of material existence. On the basis of this misconception, which ties together the hearts of the male and female, one becomes attracted to his body, home, property, children, relatives, and wealth. In this way, one increases life's illusions and thinks in terms of I and mine. गुरुर्न सस्यात् स्वजनो न सस्यात् पिता न सस्यात् जननी न सस्यात् दैवं न तस्यान्न पतिश्च सस्यान् नमोचयेद्य समुपेत मृत्युम्. One who cannot deliver his dependence from the path of repeated birth and death should never become a spiritual master, a father, a husband, a mother, or a worshipable demigod. Hare Krishna. Yeah. Okay, tune manchi set and Prabhu. We can do this way. Thank you, Prabhu. So now devotees, yeah. Vani Mataji, Deepa Mataji, please continue. Hare Krishna.
Should I do, Prabhuji?
Yeah, go ahead.
Rishabhavacha. नायं देहो देहभाजाम्रलोके कष्टान् कामानर्हते विद्भुजां ये तपो दिव्यं पुत्रकायेन सत्वं शुद्धेद्यस्मात् ब्रह्म सौख्यं त्वनन्तम्. Lord Rishabdev told his sons, my dear boys, of all the living entities who have accepted material bodies in this world, one who has been awarded this human form should not work hard day and night simply for sense gratification, which is available even for dogs and hogs that eat stool. One should engage in penance and austerity to attain the divine position of devotional service. By such activity, one's heart is purified, and when one attains this position, he attains eternal blissful, which is transcendental to material happiness and which continues forever. महत्सेवां द्वारमाहुर्विमुक्तेस्तमोद्वारं योषितां सङ्गिसङ्गं महान्तस्ते समचित्ता प्रशान्ता विमन्यवः सुहृदः साधवो ये. One can attain the path of liberation from material bondage only by rendering service to highly advanced spiritual personalities. These personalities are impersonalists and devotees. Whether one wants to merge into Lord's existence or wants to associate with the personality of Godhead, one should render service to the Mahatmas. For those who are not interested in such activities, who associate with people fond of women and sex, the path to hell is wide open. The Mahatmas are equipoised, they do not see any difference between one living entity and another. They are very peaceful and are fully engaged in devotion service. They are devoid of anger and they work for the benefit of everyone. They do not behave in any abominable way. Such people are known as Mahatmas. पुंसस्त्रियामि भावमितं तयोर्मिथो हृदय ग्रन्थिमाहु अतो गृहक्षेत्रसुतापवित्तैर्जनस्य मोहोऽयमहं ममेति. The attraction between male and female is the basic principle of material existence. On the basis of this misconception, which ties together hearts of male and female, one becomes attracted to his body, home, property, children, relatives, and wealth. In this way, one increases life's illusions and thinks in terms of I and mine. गुरुर्न स स्यात् स्वजनो न स स्यात् पिता न स स्यात् जननी न स स्यात् दैवं न तत्स्यान्न पतिश्च स स्यान् नमोचयेद्यः समुपेत मृत्युम्. One who cannot deliver his dependence from the path of repeated birth and death should never become a spiritual master, a father, a husband, a mother, or a worshipable demigod.
Mother, one thing, one more. I think you missed this one. Mahatsevam, did you read?
Yeah.
All five. Nayam Deho, Mahatsevam.
పరాభవ ఇది చేయలేదనుకుంటా.
సరే చేసిన.
पराभवस्तावदबोधजातो यावन्न जिज्ञासत आत्मतत्त्वं यावत् क्रियास्तावदिदं मनो वै कर्मात्मकं येन शरीरबन्धा. As long as one does not inquire about the spiritual values of life, one is defeated and subjected to miseries arising from ignorance, be it sinful or pious. Karma has its resultant actions. If a person is engaged in any kind of karma, his mind is called karmatmaka, colored from fruitive activity. As long as the mind is impure, consciousness is unclear, and as long as one is absorbed in fruitive activity, he has to accept a material body. Hare Krishna.
Yeah. Vani Mataji.
Yes, Prabhuji. Rishabha Uvacha Nayam Deho Deha Bhajam Nruloke Kashtan Kaman Arhate Vibhujam Ye Tapo Divyam Putrakaye Nasatvam Shuddhyet Yasmad Brahma Saukyam Tvanantam. Sorry, Prabhuji, tune poindi. Lord Rishabhdeva told his sons, "My dear boys, of all the living entities who have accepted material bodies in this world, one who has been awarded this human form should not work hard day and night simply for sense gratification, which is available even for dogs and hogs that eat stool. One should engage in penance and austerity to attain the divine position of devotional service. By such activity, one's heart is purified, and when one attains his position, he attains eternal blissful life, which is transcendental to material happiness and which continues forever." Mahatsevam dvaram ahurvimuktes tamo dvaram yoshitam sangi sangam mahantaste samachitta prashanta विमन्यवासु सुहृद साधवो ये विमन्यवासु हृद साधवो ये. One can attain the path of liberation from material bondage only by rendering service to highly advanced spiritual personalities. These personalities are impersonalists and devotees. Whether one wants to merge into the Lord's existence or wants to associate with the personality of Godhead, one should render service to the Mahatmas. For those who are not interested in such activities, who associate with people fond of women and sex, the path to hell is wide open. The Mahatmas are equipoised. They do not see any difference between one living entity and another. They are very peaceful and are fully engaged in devotional service. They are devoid of anger and they work for the benefit of everyone. They do not behave in any abominable way. Such people are known as Mahatmas. Parabhavastavad यावान्यजिज्ञासता आत्मतत्त्वं यावत् क्रियस्तावदम् idam mano vai. Yes,
Tavadidam.
Prabhuji.
Didam.
Yavat kriyastavadam tavad idam mano vai कर्मात्मकं येन శరీరబంధ.
మాతాజీ ఒకసారి నాతో చేయండి మాతాజీ.
చెప్పండి ప్రభుజీ. నేను ఫుల్ అవుట్ ఉన్నాను ప్రభుజీ. సింక్ అసలు అవ్వట్లేదు. బుర్ర పని చేయట్లా.
ఒకసారి చేయండి మాతాజీ. పరాభవస్తావదబోధజాతో యావన్న జిజ్ఞాసతాత్మతత్వం యావత్ క్రియాస్తావదిదం మనో వై కర్మాత్మకం యేన శరీరబంధ.
పరాభవస్తావదాబోధజాతో యావన్న జిజ్ఞాసత ఆత్మతత్వం యావత్ క్రియస్తావదిదం మనో వై కర్మాత్మకం యేన శరీరబంధ. ఓకేనా ప్రభుజీ?
Translation.
Okay. Translation. As long as one does not inquire about the spiritual values of life, one is defeated and subjected to miseries arising from ignorance. Be it sinful or pious, karma has its resultant actions. If a person is engaged in any kind of karma, his mind is called karmatmaka, colored with fruitive activity. As long as the mind is impure, consciousness is unclear, and as long as one is absorbed in fruitive activity, he has to accept a material body. पुंसा स्त्रिया मिथुनी भावमेतं तयोर्मिथो हृदयग्रन्थिमहुः अथो गृहक्षेत्रा सुताप्ता वित्तैर्जनस्य मोहो यहम् अहं ममेति. The attraction between male and female is the basic principle of material existence. On the basis of this misconception, which ties together hearts of male and female, one becomes attracted to his body, home, property, children, relatives, and wealth. In this way, one increases life's illusion and thinks in terms of I and mine. Guru na sasyat swajano na sasyat पिता न सस्यात् जननी न सस्यात् दैवं न तत्स्यान्न पतिस्न च सत्स्यान् नमो चयेत्ये समुपेत मृत्युम्. One who cannot deliver his dependence from the path of repeated birth and death should never become a spiritual master, father, husband, mother, or a worshipable demigod.
Done. Thank you, Madhya.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
So now the devotees, just sloka cheyandi. Give me 1 minute. Oka slide la vettesi ivanta so that easy for all of us. Give me 1 minute. Yeah. Anybody wants to talk anything, we can or ask any questions to Prabhu or me, and meanwhile you can talk. Another 10-15 minutes, other devotees also can be practice. Yeah, just I'll put the slokas only.
So Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
ఎవరు లలిత్ మోహన్ ప్రభా?
అది ఒకటి గౌరవ లైక్ సాఖ్య రసము వైకుంఠ లోకాస్ లో సాఖ్య గౌరవ ఆర్ గౌరవ సాఖ్య అని ఉంది కదా. అదే లైక్ గోలోక్ బృందావన్ లో ఏమో లైక్ 5 రసాస్ మీ దే విల్ బి ప్రామినెంట్ అండ్ ఇన్ ది వైకుంఠ లోక అండ్ రివరెన్స్ అని చెప్పారు. మళ్ళీ ఫ్రెండ్షిప్ లైక్ ఫ్రెండ్షిప్ లో అండ్ రివరెన్స్ అని చెప్పారు. అది అది కొంచెం ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేయరా?
వైకుంఠ ప్లానెట్స్ అంటే ఇంకా ఆవన్ రెవరెన్సే, నాట్ కంప్లీట్ పర్సనల్. అంటే కృష్ణ ఈజ్ అక్కడ వైకుంఠ ప్లానెట్స్ లో మెయిన్లీ 400 ఫార్మ్ ఆఫ్ సుప్రీం లార్డ్, రైట్? నాట్ దోస్ 4. దట్స్ వేర్ డిఫరెన్స్ మనకు ఉంది కదా. 4 వేణు మాధుర్య, లీలా మాధుర్య, రూప మాధుర్య, అదే డిఫరెంట్ చేస్తాయి కదా వైకుంఠ ప్లానెట్స్ కి గోల బృందావన్ ప్లానెట్. సో ఐశ్వర్య భావమే ఉంటుంది అక్కడ, ఆవన్ రెవరెన్సే ఉంటుంది. ఈవెన్ దో దాస్య ఉన్నది, శాంతరసం రాసిండు శిల ప్రభుపాద పర్పోట్ల. బట్ అల్టిమేట్లీ నాట్ కంప్లీట్, జస్ట్ లైక్ వి సీ ఇన్ ద మెటల్ వరల్డ్. అంత రిలేషన్షిప్ ఉండదు. అందులో కూడా
He used a friendship, Gaurava Sakyam. That's what I'm asking.
ఆవెన్ రెఫరెన్స్ అందులో కూడా కొంచెం నాట్ కంప్లీట్. దట్స్ వాట్ ఐ ప్రభుజీ కెన్ యాడ్ సంథింగ్. యూ కెన్ యాడ్ సంథింగ్ ఇఫ్ యూ హ్యావ్ ఎనీ ఐడియా. 552 హరి బోల్ ప్రభు.
ప్రభు తెలియదు ప్రభు, అంతంత పెద్ద పెద్ద టాపిక్స్ తెలియదు ప్రభు.
552
అంటే ప్రభుజీ గోలోక్ బృందావన్ లోనే ఫ్రెండ్షిప్ ఉంటది అని విన్నాను. లైక్ ఇక్కడ కూడా గౌరవ సాఖ్య అని ఇచ్చారు. సో ఫ్రెండ్షిప్ ఇన్ ఆవ్ అండ్ రివరెన్స్ అంటే లైక్ వైకుంఠ ప్లానెట్స్ లో కూడా ఫ్రెండ్షిప్ ఉంటుందా అని అర్థం, అంటే లైక్ డౌట్ వచ్చింది.
ఉంటది మాతాజీ. యాక్చువల్లీ వన్స్ అదేంటది విశ్వక్సేన యజ్ఞం అని ఒక యజ్ఞం చేశారు ఇక్కడ. మనం జనరల్లీ విఘ్నాలు మనం పోగొట్టాలంటే ఎవరిని చేస్తాం? మనం విఘ్నేశ్వరుని కదా. అట్లా శ్రీ వైష్ణవులు
విశ్వక్సేనకు చేస్తారు.
విశ్వక్సేనకు చేస్తారు కదా. ఇప్పుడు విశ్వక్సేనని ఈ సమాన తలంలో పెడతారనమాట మన నారాయణుడికి. ఏంటి అంటే ఫ్రెండ్ చేస్తారంట, ఎందుకంటే కమాండర్ ఇన్ చీఫ్ కదా ఆయన. సో ఈక్వల్ లెవెల్లో ఇన్స్ట్రక్షన్స్ ఇస్తారంట. అది ఒక్కటి నేను విన్నాను మాతాజీ, ఇంకెక్కడ నేను అంటే ఇది వినలేదు యాక్చువల్లీ. ఫ్రెండ్షిప్ ఇన్ ఆల్ రెఫరెన్స్ నేను ఎక్కడ వినలేదు. బట్ కమాండ్ ఇచ్చే టైంలో ఈక్వల్ లెవెల్స్ లో ఉంటారంట ఇద్దరు. నారాయణ కమాండ్ చెప్పండి.
విక్షక్సేన అంటే నారాయణేనా ప్రభుజీ? అంటే లైక్ లేకపోతే విఘ్నాలను తొలగించడానికి ఎట్లా అది?
ఆయన కమాండర్ ఇన్ చీఫ్ మాతాజీ. నారాయణ సేన ఉంటది కదా, నారాయణుడికి నారాయణీ సేన ఉంటది అన్నమాట. ఆ సేనకి ఆయన లీడర్ అనమాట.
విక్షక్సేన
ఫస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ద కమాండర్స్ అనమాట ఆయన.
yes ప్రభుజీ.
I'm done. కలర్ మంచిది కదా, బ్లాక్ అండ్ వైట్ ఏమన్నా. సో ఈజీ టు రిసైట్. Devotees, yeah, practice చేయండి. I'm just sharing. Yeah, 5 verses of Lord Rishabhadeva's teachings to his sons. 1, 2, 5, 8, 18. 5th Canto, 5th chapter. Chapter name Lord Rishabhadeva's teachings to his sons. Number 1, number 2, number 5, 8 and 18. ఎవరు ప్రాక్టీస్ చేస్తారు? ఫస్ట్ ఒకటే ట్యూన్. ఇట్స్ ఈజీ. హరి బోల్.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Can I try Prabhuji?
చేయండి.
Lord Rishabhadeva's teachings to his son. Srimad Bhagavatam 5.5.1 Rishabha Uvacha Nayam deho deha bhajam ruloke kashtan kamanarhate vidbhujami tapo divyam putrakayena sattvam शुद्ध्येद् यस्मात् ब्रह्म सौख्यं त्वनन्तं महत्सेवं द्वारमहुर्विमुक्ते तमोद्वारं शितां सङ्गिसङ्गं महान्तस्ते समचित्ता प्रशान्ता विमन्यवाशूत्र साधावये पराभवस्तावधावधो यावान्न जिज्ञासतात्मतत्त्वं यावत् क्रियास्तावत्तिधामनो वै कर्मात्मकं येन शरीरबन्धा पुंसा स्त्रिया मिथुनि भावामेतं तयोर्मितो हृदयग्रन्थिमाहु अतो गृहक्षेत्रसुताप्तवित्तैर्जनस्य मोहोऽयमहं ममेति गुरुर्न स स्यात् स्वजनो न स स्यात् पिता न स स्यात् जननी न स स्यात् दैवं न तत्स्यान्न पतिश्च स स्यान् नमोच्चयेद्या समुपेत मृत्युम्. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hari bol. Thank you, Mata. Next. Hare Krishna. Go ahead, Lavanya.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, go ahead. Chant.
Lord Rishabhadeva's teaching to his sons. Srimad Bhagavatam 5.5.1 Rishabha Uvacha Nayam deho deha bhajam riloke kastan kamanarhate vidbhujame tapo divyam putrakayena sattvam shuddhyadyasmad brahma sukyam anantam mahassevam dvaramahurvimukte तमोद्वारं योषितं सङ्गिसङ्गां महन्तस्ते समचित्ता प्रशान्ता विमन्यवासो हृदसादवो ये पराभवस्तावदबोधजातो यावन्न जिज्ञासत आत्मतत्त्वम् यावत् क्रियास्तावदिदं मनो वै कर्मात्मकं येन शरीरबन्धा पुंसस्त्रियामेतु निभावमेतं तयोर्मितो हृदयग्रन्थिमाहु अतो गृहक्षेत्रसुताप्तवित्तै जनस्य मोहोऽयमहं ममेति गुरु न स स्यात् स्वजनो न स स्यात् पिता न स स्यात् जननी न स स्यात् दैवं न तस्यान्न पति च स स्यात् नमोच्चयेद्या समुपेत मृत्युम्. हरे कृष्ण.
Jai. Inka Madhavi Mata, you want to do?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, I will try Prabhu.
Madhavi Mata, next Sirisha Mata, I am seeing. Next Kyornar, yeah. Tarvata Prabhuji's. Do it devotees another 5 to 10 minutes, okay?
Okay, Prabhu. Lord Rishabhadeva's teachings to his sons. Srimad Bhagavatam 5.5.1 to 18 to 5. Rishabha Uvacha Nayam deho deha bhajam ruloke kastan kamahate vidbhujam ye tapo divyam putrakayena sattvam shuddhe esmat brahma saukyam tvanantam महत्सेवं द्वारमाहुर्विमुक्ते तमोद्वारं योषितं सङ्गी सङ्गं महान्तस्ते समचित्तप्रशान्ता विमन्यवासु हृदासादवो ये पराभावास्तावादबोधजातो यावान्न जिज्ञासतात्मतत्त्वम् यावत् क्रियास्तावद इदं मनो वै कर्मात्मकां येन शरीरबन्धः पुंसा स्त्रियामिथुनीभावमेतं तयोर्मितो हृदयाग्रन्थिमाहुः अतो गृहक्षेत्र सुतप्तविद्धैर्जनस्य मोहोऽयमहं ममेति गुरुर्न स्वजनो न सा स्यात् पिता न स स्यात् जननी न सा स्यात् दैवं न तत्स्यान्न पतिश्च स स्यान् न मोचयत्य समुपेत मृत्युम् Sorry Prabhuji, any mistake. Thank you Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Nice. Good try. Very nice. Next ever, Sirishama, they want to do? Hare Krishna. Okay. Next, Prabhuji's Chandranur Prabhu, Akinchan Prabhu, Sapan Prabhu in hearing mode. 10. Time 9:54 అవుతుంది. Chandranur Prabhu dropped. Akinchan Prabhu, are you able to do? Otherwise, we can wrap up.
నేను ట్రై చేస్తా ప్రభు, నేను వినలేదు బట్ ట్రై చేస్తాను.
Yeah, చేయండి Prabhu. It's okay.
హరే కృష్ణ.
Yes, practice.
ఒకటి చేయండి ప్రభు, ఫస్ట్ ఒక ట్యూన్ చేయండి ప్రభు.
ఒకటే ట్యూన్లో ఇవన్నీ ఒకటే
దయం
ఒకటే
దయం దేహో దేహ నిర్లోకే ఇట్లనే కదా, ఇదే ట్యూన్.
కరెక్ట్ కరెక్ట్.
దయం దేహో దేహ భజాం నిర్లోకే కాస్తాన్ కామాన్ అర్హతే విద్భుజాం ఏ तपो दिव्यं पुत्रके येन सत्वं चोद्येद्यस्माद् ब्रह्म सौख्यं त्वदन्तम् महत्सेवं दुराम् अहुर्विमुक्ते तमोद्वरां योषितं सङ्गि सङ्गम् महान्तस्ते समचित्त प्रशान्त विमन्यवाशु हृदये सदोभो द्वे पराभवस्त्ववात् अबोधजातो यावन्न जिज्ञास आत्मतत्त्वम् यावत् क्रियास्तवदिदं मनो वै कर्मात्मकामादेन शरैरबन्धः पुंसास्त्रियामिथुनी भवमितं तयोर्मिथ्योर्दयग्रथिम् अहो अतो ज्ञानस्य मोहोऽयमहं ममेति गुरु न स स्यात् स्वजनो न स स्यात् पिता न स स्यात् जननी न स स्यात् दैवं न तत्स्यान्न पतिश्च स स्यान् न मोचयेद्य समुपेत मृत्युम्. Hare Krishna Prabhu. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, we'll stop here. Grandhara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Lord Rishabhdev ki jai. Thank you very much. See you all on Monday. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha ananta koti vaishnavande. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Nitaya Gaur Premanande. Hari Hari. See you all on Monday. Okay? Hare Krishna. Have a KC Krishna conscious weekend. Krishna conscious Kartik Damodar Mas weekend. Hari.